Gentlemen, I'll be brief because the situation is dire. Welcome on Cal Li, the largest prison world of the Joseon Reach. While on our way to the rendezvous with the rest of the Imperial forces, we intercepted an SOS message coming from the planet. Onyx level priority, which means the Inquisition is involved. According to the message, a VIP is in need of extraction. They are trapped in a panic room in the Pandora complex. Unfortunately, nobody on board has the authorization to know what or where this facility is. There are 4 main regions in the Oculus crater. The general population wing, where most of the inmate population is concentrated. Every common criminal sent to the penal colony ends up there, in one of the many security hab blocks. The low security area, where the descendants of those sentenced to generational punishments leave. Expect sparse settlements in the middle of a dense forest. In the same region, there is also the conversion complex, where inmates are repurposed into servitors. The highborn residences, fortified mansions that accommodate those inmates that have noble blood. Imagine something in between a palace and a prison. Looming above them, built directly onto the cliffside, you can find the Panopticon, where the warden and the security guards are stationed. If you want to find the Pandora complex, that could be a good place to start searching from. Finally, the maximum security wing, where the worst scum the Imperium has to offer is collected. Heretics, murderers, traitors. They all end in there. Whatever happened on the planet, I would bet it started there.
During the previous battle, the ship has suffered serious damage. Only 3 macro cannons are still operative, and they are damaged too. We can guarantee you 1 salvo each, and if the machine god wills, they will be able to fire again. But the breaches may be compromised, and there is a 40.325% probability that firing them will irremediably destroy the weapon. Our previous attempt to land has not been successful. The traitors have taken control of the 4 anti-air batteries that protect the crater. Each emplacement has enough range to cover 2 more, forming a formidable defense grid. This means that to infiltrate, you will have to disable or destroy at least 2 anti-aircraft bunkers. Each of them is also capable of intercepting the macro cannon shells, so ordering an orbital bombardment while in proximity of an emplacement has 59.612% probability to fail. If more emplacements cover the area, the probability of an impact becomes significantly lower.
After crushing our garrison, the Chaos fleet that attacked us is heading this way. Their blasphemous crusade is not stopping. I managed to put some distance between us, and the Immaterium is storming, shaken by the ripples of the screaming vortex. But they will be here soon. We have 18 days at most before they catch us. By then, we must have left.
The northern hemisphere of the planet is largely inhabitable due to the colossal storm sweeping it, with winds reaching almost 1,000 kilometers per hour. The shape of the Oculus crater, though, shields it from the hurricane. Problem is, the crater is accessible only when the eye of the storm is directly above it, about once every 10 hours. This means that everything that goes in and out of the crater, shuttles, supplies, orbital barrages, you must do it in one of these windows. Of course, meteorology is not an exact science. The hurricane could deviate from its path and miss 1 or more windows, or stay longer in position over the crater. You are going to parachute through the eye of the storm inside the crater. We are reasonably sure that you are going to be too small to be detected by the anti-air batteries. Remember, for your shuttle to be able to land, you have to destroy at least 2 contiguous anti-air bunkers. Also, remember that nothing is going to fly in or fly out unless the eye of the storm is above you. Even communication will be problematic. Once on the ground, you are going to have to find the Pandora complex. From what we understood, the asset is safe for the time being, so I'd suggest you open the panic room at the last moment, once you are ready to extract. There are also 2 secondary objectives. The first is to eliminate Drusilla Clements, also known as Granny Drusilla. She is a dangerous terrorist and dissident who is responsible for at least another riot on the prison world Kommissar. Don't be fooled by her frail and innocent appearance. She is to be shot on sight.
The venerable Margos Veronis is the temporarist in charge of the conversion complex in the southernmost edge of the crater. Find out if he is still loyal to the Imperium or if he is collaborating with the archenemy. If he is still loyal, then extract him. Else, put an end to his heresy. In any case, the Manufactorum is a valuable asset that could provide the chaotic forces with thousands of combat servitors. As regrettable as it is, destroy it if you can.
Finally, we know that there is some ecclesiarchy personnel on the planet. While extracting them is not a priority, if they are still alive, they could provide you assistance. Father Gregorius is a priest that offers the inmates spiritual support. He has served in the guard before, so he can probably assist in combat. He was assigned to the low security area. Sister Nimue is a famula, keeping track of the lineage of the noble families, but also of the gene pool of the low security inmates. She has a crusader, Sir Callum, assigned to her to provide protection. They will likely be found around the highborn palaces. The ship's sensors are not detecting much activity on the planet, which unfortunately means that the traitors have assumed complete control. There is some sporadic combat in the south, in the least populated area, so we assume that if there is still an Imperial resistance, you will find it there. While probably the initial encounters with enemy forces will consist in inmates armed with makeshift weapons, the more you make your presence known, the hardest the enemy's response will be. Try to maintain a low profile, leave no witnesses, and keep moving. We will do our best to provide all available assistance from orbit, but once you get down there, you'll be mostly on your own. If you don't have any questions, that would be all. The next window is in 2 hours. Be ready by then. Good luck. The Emperor protects.
The Emperor
The Emperor
protects.
protects.